I've been using the A7IV for a little while now and I've really been enjoying it, but recently I found a hack, a little feature inside the camera that not many people are talking about, but has completely changed the way that I shoot. Now, when it comes to shooting and editing photos, I always want to retain the most amount of detail possible. As you might already know if you've been around digital cameras for a little while, most modern cameras are really good at recovering shadow detail. And when we're recovering shadow detail, there's all sorts of things that we can do to make it look slightly better. But when it comes to highlights, when you overexpose an image, losing your highlights can look really ugly, and there's not a lot you can do to make it look natural again. And so in the past, I've always exposed for my highlights. I've underexposed massively, relying on the fact that I know that I can usually bring back a lot of shadow detail. And that kind of led me in the past to underexposing quite a lot just in case, because I knew how bad it was to lose any highlight detail in my photo. And sadly, that led to some of my photos being very grainy and not very nice to look at. There is a feature in the A7IV menu that allows you to see in real time exactly when and how you are losing highlight detail within your image. And I'm going to show you guys how to take advantage of that right now. So let's jump into the camera. We are in the exposure/color menu right now. You want to enter into this menu and then go all the way to the bottom to zebra display. Make sure zebra display is switched on and then go to the zebra level option. Now, you're going to see that we're going to have these stripes on the image, and based on the number that we select, the stripes are going to appear in different places in our image. When we choose zebra level 100, that is going to show us everything that is at the absolute upper level of exposure at 100%. Anything over 100% at 100 plus is going to be overexposed. Now, you can use 100 plus, but this actually applies to the JPEG image that you would shoot if you were shooting JPEGs and not the RAW file. So this won't actually display the amount of dynamic range that we actually have access to in the RAW file. Some of this information here in the JPEG, we actually will be able to recover when we pull the image into our post-processing, whether it's Capture One, Lightroom, Photoshop, etc. Now, in order to display the entire dynamic range of our camera, we want to come down to this custom one zebra level, and we want to select lower limit. And instead of 100 plus, we actually want to increase this to 109 plus and then hit OK. Now, if we go back to our main shooting window, those details before that were showing the lines of the zebra pattern are no longer there. And we're also able to retain a little bit more detail in this window over here. So whichever part of your screen is showing these zebra patterns, you know 100% that is going to be overexposed and you will not be able to bring detail back in the RAW file in Lightroom in any way, shape, or form. So how do I use this tool? Essentially, when I am shooting, I want to make sure that I'm not seeing any zebra patterns at all. Usually I will just darken my exposure, whether it's using the shutter speed or the aperture, until I no longer see the zebra patterns. But in high dynamic range scenes, sometimes you do have to sacrifice and you have to be willing to lose a little bit of detail in order to have a cleaner image in the shadows and the midtones. So for me, essentially, this just takes the guesswork out of exposing the image, and it's actually super, super helpful. Is this something that's new to you, or did you already know about it? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you guys have any more questions as well, I'll be happy to help down there in the comments. I really hope this helped you guys out. If it did, leave a like down below. Remember to make a story worth telling, and I will see you guys in the next video.